everyone, welcome back to Glow and Grow, the podcast where we chat all things self improvement, confidence, and growing into the best version of ourselves. I'm Naisha Dugar, your host, and Happy New Year! I know I'm 24 days late and it's been over a month since I posted an episode. Honestly, I've been just lazing around a lot and there's no excuse to that, like procrastinating like a pro. And last year, every month, I was like, March is gonna be my year. I mean, my month. April is gonna be my month. And eventually it was like 2025 will be my year. Like, I'm pretty sure many people do that. But hey, no judgment. We all have those moments, right? That's exactly why I decided it's time to pull myself together and start fresh. So I thought, what better way to kick things off than with an episode on how to start 2025 successfully? I've been reflecting on what's been holding me back and what I actually want to achieve this year. I know I'm not the only one who feels like the new year hype fades quickly and suddenly it's February before we even begin tackling our goals. Whether you're a teen like me or just someone looking to start fresh this year, well, you're on the right episode. We'll be talking about creating a new year reset, planning 2025 goals, and building habits that actually stick. I'm doing this episode not just for you, but also for me because I need this reset as much as anyone. So let's figure this shit out together. The start of a new year always feels like a chance to press reset. I don't know about you, but something about January makes like everything feel brand new. Like even though last year when I was like March will be my month, but then every year whenever it's January, it just feels new. It feels fresh. But instead of rushing into big, unrealistic New Year's resolutions that tend to fade out by Feb, let's focus on actionable steps to make this year the most successful one yet. So, first things first, let's talk about resetting your mindset for 2025. To be honest, the whole idea of a reset is kind of overrated. I mean, you don't need to wait for the calendar to flip to January 1st to feel like you can change your life. But there's something about the start of a new year that makes it feel like a natural point to reevaluate where we are and where we want to go. Resetting doesn't mean erasing everything that's happened before. It's more about taking a moment to reflect on what worked and what didn't, and what you learned in the past year. I know, especially as a teen, it's easy to get caught up in comparison and feel like you didn't accomplish enough. But trust me, you are exactly where you need to be. Just like us, everything has a season. Some things need time to grow. So, the first part of resetting for 2025 is taking time to acknowledge everything you've achieved so far, even the small ones. It could be as simple as figuring out your new priorities or realizing that last year's habits just aren't serving you anymore. So, get a notebook, open up a blank document or notes on your phone, and just write down a few thoughts. Reflect on things that felt draining and things that gave you energy, both in terms of school, friends, and personal growth. This process doesn't have to be perfect. It's all about recognizing where you are right now and being open to change. Now, once you've reset, it's time to start thinking about goal planning for 2025. For me, goal setting has always been about intent more than anything else. It's easy to get caught up in setting lofty, Instagram worthy goals that sound impressive, but let's get real. Real goals are specific, actionable, and aligned with who we want to become, not just a list of things we should do. The first thing I'd suggest is to break your goals into categories. Instead of having one vague goal like be more successful in 2025, like it's a huge topic to cover. Try getting more specific. Try dividing it into personal, academic, health, and maybe even social goals. For example, you could set goals like I want to improve my time management for school. I want to read more books that align with my interests. These are specific, measurable, and achievable. And they don't sound so intimidating. For me, I've learned that setting goals that focus on personal growth, like developing better time management, staying more organized, or even learning a new skill, has helped me stay on track without getting overwhelmed. Another important thing to keep in mind is to keep your goals flexible. Life happens and sometimes we'll have to adjust. Just because you didn't get a goal by March doesn't mean it's not achievable later on. Because you have 12 solid months. So set goals with an open mind and remember it's okay to evolve them as the year goes on. Now that we have a clearer idea of our goals, the next step is to talk about building new habits. I always hear people say that habits are the foundation of success, but it's not always easy to make them stick. One thing I've found helpful is starting small. If you want to get more active in 2025, don't jump straight into 2 hour workouts. Start by setting aside like 20 minutes or 30 minutes a day for a walk or stretching or Pilates, gym, or anything like that. The goal is consistency, not perfection. And later on, as the year goes by, you could add like 5 extra minutes every day or every week, and by the time it's December, I'm pretty sure you'll have your 2 hour workout. And another thing I love doing is habit stacking. I know you've heard of habit tracking, but not habit stacking. It's kind of like multitasking. This is where you take an existing habit, like having your coffee or milk, or having your breakfast if you're a breakfast person, and pairing it with something new, like journaling for 5 minutes while you drink it. This way, you're not eat it in this case. This way, you're not trying to find extra time in your day for new habits. You're using the time you already have in a smarter way. Journaling is one of those habits that doesn't need to take up a huge chunk of your day. In fact, you can make it work in as little as 20 minutes by breaking it up 10 minutes while you're eating breakfast or drinking coffee, and 10 minutes before bread, or even while you're eating dinner. You're already spending the time eating, so you're not adding anything extra to your schedule which will overwhelm you. It's just making the most of those moments you already have. Instead of like mindlessly watching TV or scrolling on your phone while eating, you can use the time to be productive. I'm not saying you should never watch Netflix or relax. Take time for yourself is important. And it's perfectly fine to have an hour in your day to just chill. But if your aim is to truly make 2025 your year and to start building habits that align with your goals, then it's about finding those moments to optimize your time. Journaling while eating, for example, lets you reflect on your day, plan your goals, or even brainstorm ideas, all while you're doing something you've already been doing. It's a win win. And honestly, I started journaling last year, and like before that, I was thinking, shit, damn, why didn't I start this earlier? Like, journaling can be so relieving. It feels like a weight has been off your shoulders. And in the morning, you can use it to write down your thoughts, set goals for the day, or plan out what you want to accomplish. It's like giving yourself a mini pep talk to start the day on the right foot. You can even write down affirmations or things you're grateful for. It's a great way to build positivity into your routine. Then at night, it becomes a moment to unwind. Write about how your day went. Reflect on what you're proud of. I even went about what didn't go as planned. It's like just another best friend who is great at keeping secrets. You can also use it to track your progress towards your goals or write down ideas that pop into your head. It's like giving your mind permission to let go of all the clutter before you go to bed. Over time, this habit not only helps you stay organized and motivated, but also keeps you grounded and clear headed. It's such a simple yet impactful way to reset every day without feeling like you're adding a million things to your to do list. It's like kind of like therapy. I think I should stop yapping about journaling. Any marketing teams for journals should honestly sponsor me. I feel like this podcast episode was only on journaling. I should really keep this episode's title, Why Am I Obsessed with Journaling, and think you should be too. Okay, anyways, the key to making habits is to stick to them and make them part of your routine. Not just something you try to do once in a while. If you aim for progress, not perfection, it's way easier to integrate new habits without feeling like you're forcing yourself into a system that doesn't work for you. It's all about consistency, even on days when it feels hard. Another small thing that's really helped me is tracking my habits. I use Notion for tracking my habits. It's an app, and it's honestly really nice and aesthetic. Like I can customize how much like however I want to, and I use like Notion templates, which I will link it down below. I have this like a life planner template where it has like task manager, like I could write down my school assignments and the due dates and what and all errands I have to like tick off, or I journal on it as well. I do e-journaling, and there's like a bunch of cool stuff in it. I will link it down below. But it can also be as simple as checking off boxes on a calendar. Keeping track gives you a visual reminder of how much progress you made, and it's motivating to see those days add up. Lastly, when thinking about goals and habits, remember to be kind to yourself. Progress takes time, and setbacks are part of the journey. Just because you miss one day of your habit doesn't mean you failed. What matters is picking back up the next day and staying committed to the bigger picture. So, as we wrap up today's episode, here's the challenge: take a moment to reflect on where you want to be by the end of 2025. Start thinking about a few small realistic goals you want to work towards, and then figure out the habits that will help you get there. Start with baby steps and remember that the small wins matter just as much as the big ones. I really hope this episode has given you some fresh ideas to jump into the new year with confidence and clarity. No need for huge changes all at once. Just focus on progress and making intentional steps towards the person you want to be by December. Oh, and I have an exciting announcement to make before I go. If you're loving the podcast, you'll be happy to know that I'll be posting 3 episodes this month, even this week. Since I only posted one last month, like I had planned on posting on Christmas and New Year's, but procrastination is really a villain, isn't it? So, yes, like I said earlier, I'm pulling my shit together and checking off those 2025 goals, starting with staying consistent no matter what when it comes to posting episodes. In fact, let's make this a bit fun. If I don't post at least 2 episodes in a month, I think I deserve some kind of punishment. Maybe y'all can come up with something and DM me, whether it's spilling something embarrassing about me, I've been giving you control over my next episode topic. Let me know. Gotta be accountable, right? So let's keep each other in check this year. Thanks for tuning in on Glow and Grow. I'm so excited for what 2025 has in store for all of us, and I can't wait to keep growing with you. Remember, growth isn't linear, but every step forward counts. Stay focused, stay true to yourself, and let's make this year our best one yet. See you soon.